This computer. Share screen. Good morning. It's Rich Williams, the IDA. We're here for a public hearing for Corning Property Management. They're streaming live. Corning Property Management submitted an application to the agency, a copy of which has been posted to our website and is on file at our office. The application requests the agency consider undertaking a project for the benefit of the company. The project consists of the acquisition by the IDA of a leasehold interest in approximately 1 acre of real property located at 334 County Route 16 in Canton, New York, town of DeKalb, St. Lawrence County. The construction and operation on the land to include structures that will be approximately 30,925 square feet of space to be used for manufacturing and environmental improvements. The agency is contemplating providing financial assistance to the company with respect to the project in the form of a sales and use tax exemption for purchases and rentals related to the acquisition, construction, equipping of the facility, and partial real property tax abatements on the improved value of the project through a pilot, which is a payment in lieu of taxes agreement. This, not including special assessments, special ad valorem levies, if any, which are subject to the obligation of the company to make payments separately. The agency has not yet made a determination pursuant to Article 8 of the Environmental Conservation Law, Secret Act, regarding the potential environmental impact of the project. This will be addressed at the next meeting of the agency. At this time, I'll open it up for public comment.
Yeah, Rich, this is Larry Denisha speaking.
Larry, how are you today?
I'm good, Rich. How are you?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
Hey,
Hey, that's quite a beard you got going on there.
well, I do the, every year I do the Santa Claus thing for a few fire departments and, some other organizations. So wasn't able to do it last year, so I thought I'd get a jump on it.
Awesome.
The only comment I would have is that I am pleased, very pleased that Corning is considering this, and I would urge the St. Lawrence County Industrial Development Agency to do whatever they can to promote this and help steer it to fruition.
Excellent. Let's see. I always like when you get on these calls. You never give me a headache.
Yeah, I had hoped someone from the town of DeKalb would be, from the board would have been on this, but
Yeah, I didn't expect a lot of negative press on it for sure. I thought maybe we would have somebody from the school be present. They usually like to question the benefits that Corning gets.
Mhm.
The town has never had anything but positive things to say about these guys, and with good reason. I mean, they're pretty awesome steward to the town.
well, I think, and I think I've said, you've heard me say this before. When my dad was supervisor, Dad was supervisor for town of DeKalb for, I think, 18 years. And there was always discussion about the Canton Corning plant. And even though it's located in the town of DeKalb, and Dad always said you could call it whatever you want, as long as the town of DeKalb gets the taxes.
That's right. Yep, it certainly is nice. And this was a pleasant surprise, because this is a good size expansion. They're talking about this taking a little more than a year of construction before it's completed.
Well, and it's, you look around the, obviously you look around the country, and the way things are, it's really nice to, you hear of so many businesses downsizing, moving, and when we've got a, long established business such as Corning that has, a lot of good paying union jobs, it's encouraging to see that they want to expand their footprint.
Yes. Yeah. And the wonderful thing is here, I mean, this is a $19.6 million project. And there's a pretty significant portion of that is for environmental improvements. So, I mean, it's not just manufacturing or investing in, they're investing millions into, saving the environment for our tree hugging friends. This is all good news.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, well, I won't berate you with all kinds of banter here. I'll leave you be. We'll leave this open for another 8 or 9 minutes, see if anybody else logs in to make comment. And if you have more to say, you're certainly welcome to talk. I just don't want to.
Oh, no, I'm
Blood of your
good.
ears.
I'm assuming there's no one from the press on the call.
No, there is just you and I.
Okay.
It's a quiet one. It's almost like having a solar hearing. Yeah, I keep checking the waiting room to see if anybody pops in. No activity yet.
Well, if it was something controversial, there'd be lots of folks on.
Oh, no doubt. Yeah, one of the things we're good at is complaining when there's a problem.
Yeah, that's human nature.
Yes, it is.
And speaking of solar, I did when Pat did tell me that they're having some conversations with I can't remember the name of the company, but there's a company that came to the town of Russell a few months ago with interest in building a solar array in the town of Russell, and he said that they have been in contact with them, so maybe there's some more movement there as well.
we've had some, I've had some good conversations with them.
Oh, okay,
They're still interested in the project. Things are on hold for now until the state releases what they call a white paper on the benefits of being provided to the solar projects.
okay,
Right now, I guess it's sort of in limbo, where the benefits are. So they're not sure of where they need to be financially to make the project viable.
okay.
But they've secured a lease on the land and they're hopeful, which is always a good thing.
Yeah, it was, well, of course, now with with this smart growth project that NIPA is doing, they're gonna have the capability of, because right now, the way it is, all the solar projects, we've got limited transmission capabilities. And when they get this new line in, it's gonna certainly help. It doesn't do any good to generate the power if you don't have a way to
If you can't get it out of the area, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, and that's one of the big sway factors when we're talking to these developers and when they're asking for, a specific amount for a pilot is the interconnection fee and the improvements they need to do in order to be able to connect. All things out of our control. And even in the call with NIPA, I think it was last week, that's one of the things they're dealing with too, as they're trying to pre-permit some sites. It's trying to get a handle on these numbers for the interconnection fees because, they can literally be millions of dollars.
yeah,
And I think most of our projects are into hundreds of thousands, but, they're all being staged fairly close to where a connection point is, and they just limit the size of the projects accordingly. But it's pretty neat stuff. It all got sort of dumped in our laps or full force about 2 years ago. So there was a big learning curve.
oh,
in
yeah,
knowing what to ask and what not to ask and that kind of stuff. But we've learned a lot, and I think are making real progress with them.
yeah. And there was and actually there's some discussion about a solar array up at the on part of the old J&L site.
Right. Okay, let me stop the recording on this and then we can chat a little bit.
Yeah.
So maybe I can figure out how to stop the recording on this. All right. Well, thank you, folks. Having no more comments, we're going to close out the public hearing now. So they figure out how to stop sharing and stop recording. Where's the record thing?